Welcome back to the Christian Henderson Show. Today, I've got a friend on the podcast who most of y'all may know, and if you don't, you're about to get to know her. She is a Christian music artist from the great city of San Antonio. She launched her first song in 2019 and just released her first EP or extended play, 20 something, this March with honest, relatable, and catchy songs that either get you lifting your hands or moving your body. Through all the growth and recognition that she's experienced, her goal remains to live with a purpose that reflects God's glory and grace through her role as a musicianary. Through personally watching a few of her shows and talking to her in person, it's obvious that she practices what she preaches. It's refreshing listening to a music artist with meaningful songs and a genuine love for those she encounters. I'm thankful she decided to join the conversation today. So without
Mm.
further ado, Claire Leslie, thanks for joining the conversation.
Christian,
Let's
thank you so much for having me. I'm so pumped to finally get to talk. I'm so
let's
excited.
go. Let's go. We got some fun questions to start us off, so I hope you're
Love it.
ready. Let's
I'm
go.
ready. I'm ready. I'm
Okay, get the
prepared.
stretches in, triceps, shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. So the first one I got to throw out there, I want to start us with a little story. I love humor. I love throwing in some funny things. So I want to hear um, what is a funny moment that you have had in either like a performance backstage or on stage? It could be opening for someone or something that you've done, but I want to hear a funny moment from you.
Okay. Wow, we're jumping in because this story, I think about it often. I just recently went up to Canada for a show, which was so
Okay.
much fun. But during the first song, I ran out on stage and I was holding my mic in my hand and I saw these girls up front and I was kind of singing with them and dancing. And so I went and grabbed one of the girls' hands and we were kind of like dancing together. But then somehow she literally kind of pushed up the mic into my face and chipped my tooth.
No,
Yes. And you can
no.
see the imprint.
Oh my
It's like
goodness.
two little imprints. And now I'll forever have that memory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't expecting a funny story that, man, you actually had something physical to
No,
show to
like
represent
I
it.
literally have proof that my tooth, excuse me, my tooth got chipped
Oh
during the
my goodness.
first song.
Yikes. So,
Hey, but y'all listening, that's between us, you guys, okay?
yeah, yeah. Don't go sharing that story around. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, did that at all disrupt the rest of the songs? Were you like in the back of your mind, were you like, oh my gosh, my tooth?
I
Or were
was
you
wondering if my
like,
tooth was still there. I was like, am I gonna start whistling uncontrollably into my
right?
face? I feel like it's like when you chip your tooth, of course that's gonna like hurt. I mean, it's gonna hurt a
Right.
little bit, but I think there's so much adrenaline that I didn't even feel it. I just heard the
Okay.
sound and I heard a little, and I was like, oh no, that's my tooth.
That's crazy. So it wasn't even like a pause of like, oh, everyone, I just chipped my tooth. It was just kind
No,
of
we
like, you're
kept
still going.
going. We
Okay.
kept going. And I don't think she
Man.
just was like, I'm so sorry, but that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Wow. Well, that is a, I guess a funny and I wouldn't say tragic. It's not like very noticeable. So I,
Tragic.
I think you're solid.
It's so wild.
Yeah. Man. Okay. So next question. These ones are shorter ones. I like doing these fun ones. So
I
I'll
love it.
throw a
Shoot
few
'em.
more out there. Dream collab.
Dead or alive?
Um, do it alive, alive.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh man. It would be awesome to do a song with Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Like imagine us doing like a piano ballad together and that I feel like that would be amazing. Another person would be either Tiffany Hudson or
Okay.
Taya. Taya from
Taya.
Hillsong United.
Oh
She's the girl
wow.
that sings Oceans.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
those
okay.
are those are two I would be like, man, so honored.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
would be
good
amazing.
question.
Um, I feel like. you guys definitely like Tiffany Hudson, Taya. I think you guys had definitely a similar style would sound good
Love
together.
them
So
so much. You know, she's
yeah,
been I feel like Tiffany and Taya are like legends. They've kind of paved the path for us female worship leaders and, you know, Christian singers. So, yeah,
yeah,
that'd be an honor.
I
Imagine
love
a
it.
tour. Imagine a tour of all of like the female CCM or female
Oh,
like that would be awesome.
that makes me think of that scene in Avengers Endgame. Have you seen that where like all the women like come
Yep.
together and they're like, oh, it's like, oh wow, all
Honestly,
right.
yeah. No,
So
for real.
it's like that, but instead you're worshiping
But
God.
it's
Like,
worshiping God. It's like your favorite Disney Channel crossover episode.
boom, let's go,
Like
let's
Hannah
go.
Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, like all of us all together.
I love it. I love it. I'll be there. I'll be there. Send me an
Yeah,
invite.
that's so
That's
great.
awesome. Um, I heard you're a thrifter. Uh,
Yeah.
favorite thing you've thrifted? This might
I
be tough.
had I had a it was like this green corduroy. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what type of fabric it was, but it
Okay.
was this like mint pastel green corduroy jacket that had just the coolest, it had a cool shape, and I would wear it with like everything. I would wear it with like a nice little white shirt underneath with some jeans, and that was something that I would wear all the time. And
Yeah.
that was probably honestly like that's the first thing that comes to mind is that
Okay.
green jacket.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
do you like to thrift?
Yeah. I loved it there. I think when you walk into a thrift store, the coolest thing is the feeling of like, what am I gonna find? You know,
Yes.
it's like it feels like Christmas in a way, except you're doing the buying.
You're buying it. That's true though. It's like a kid in a candy shop, really.
Yeah, yeah. Except I feel like it's almost better than candy in a way because it doesn't
Yeah.
just disappear, you know?
No,
It's
it doesn't.
you get to wear it and then people are like,
Exactly.
"Oh, where'd you get that?" And you're
It might
like,
have like a certain scent that comes along with it, but you'd
"Oh."
ignore it because it's a
Yeah.
cool outfit, you know?
Right, right. Yeah. Just spray
Yeah.
some perfume or cologne
Bath
on
and
there.
Body Works perfume, it'll last for 5 minutes.
See? See? You understand. You're obviously a thrifter. Obviously.
Obviously, I've done that maybe once or twice.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can't say I have, but next time I pick up something that doesn't smell as great, but I just can't help but buy it, I
Yep.
know what to do. I know what to
Yep,
do.
you know.
Sweet. Well, last one. The listeners want to know, um, did you actually put diesel gasoline in your car?
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Mm, mm.
I okay, to be honest, no.
No.
Thank goodness. But
Yeah.
my dad always there've been a couple times where I have been this close
Okay.
where I'd be like, "Hey dad, it's the green one, right? It's the green one." And
Yeah.
if you want that's one way to put someone into a cardiac arrest. If you say it's the I thought you said the green,
Green one.
nozzle, like, are you sure?
Green means
Um,
go, right? Like go, like put it in
yeah.
my car, like
Yeah, exactly. I saw it. It stood out to me. So, but no, I haven't. Thank goodness. I think
Okay.
I've heard too many stories, and that was something. I don't know why. You know how there's just some things like growing up,
Yeah.
like we just learn like random facts,
Hmm.
and for some reason that one like stood out to me, and so I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna put that in a song. Like, okay, don't put diesel
Yeah.
gasoline in my car.
Every time you listen to it. Oh,
Yep.
that's a good reminder.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah. I feel like it is something a 20 something person may do, you know, because
Totally.
so
We're
I think
figuring
it's
life
valid.
out completely.
Very true, very true. That's awesome. Well, obviously, you got a lot of hobbies. You love connecting with people. Love, I mean, doing fun things like
Yeah.
thrifting and um, putting gasoline in your car.
Yep.
So I'm curious to hear more about your story for my sake and then also
Yeah.
the listeners' sake as well. Um,
Totally.
so kind of like diving in how you found a passion for music testimony, influential people, maybe challenges, and then how'd you get to where you are now? If you want to take
Wow.
that one.
Honestly, that's a great question. I'm 23 now,
Okay,
born and raised in Texas,
let's go.
and I have three incredible brothers. My older brother, growing up, he would play keys. Like we had a baby piano at our baby grand, excuse me,
Okay.
baby grand piano at our house, and so grew up always hearing my older brother playing, and he was just so talented. It just brought a lot of peace to all of us, really. It was just we always had music playing in the house. And so I remember he was in high school, he started singing at our church we were going to. And I grew up going Sundays, Wednesdays to church and
Okay.
youth group, all the things. Um I my older brother kind of spoke some truth into me and just said, "Man, I hear you singing in your room all the time. You should go for it. You should go for it." And I started playing keys. I learned on YouTube, and I can't even remember the first song that I learned, but it had to been something really simple with like two chords. Um, but I started playing for my youth group, and then one Sunday, the worship pastor put a mic in front of me, which I really do believe it was intentional. Um, and I was terrified. I
Yeah.
think growing up singing in front of people was like I loved to sing. It was something that brought me so much joy, but then at the same time, it was like a something I was really, really nervous about,
Hmm.
and really anxious and kind of embarrassed. Like I would get really nervous to sing in front of people, and so that happened for several years where I would sing every Sunday, every Wednesday. So I grew up singing in church. When I was 14 is kind of when I started. And then around that time on the piano, I started writing music. And I think the first song I ever wrote was a song called A Song to All the Boys. And I have no idea who I was talking about because there's no one in
Yeah.
particular I was singing about. It was just this really sassy, kind of, to be honest, a little bit like original energy. Just
Hmm.
kind of I don't even know how to explain it, tongue in cheek. And I think the end of it was like, yours truly, Claire Leslie. Is honestly cringe.
Mic drop.
Massive cringe. Yeah, mic drop. I bet you I wrote it and was like, this is it. This is
This is the
it.
one. This is the
But
one.
I went to college and got my bachelor's. And through that, I continued to sing at different churches. And after college, I graduated and still just felt like I don't know what on earth I want to do with my life. And I moved back in with my family and I went through this season of honestly just anxiety and I had panic attacks. It was a really hard season in my life. And through that I started just 100% depending on the Lord. And so
Hmm.
I would I would pray, I would sit and I would say, God, like you have a perfect plan and I've read about it. Please show me that you have a plan for my life because I don't see one and I feel purposeless. And so the moment I started praying, God, I'm ready and open arms. I'm going to trust you and I want to go for it. Is when no joke, he started to just slowly but surely um bring opportunities. And through like social media, I started connecting with other musicians and artists. And then I started saving my money up and I would fly up to Nashville. And I
Hmm.
didn't know anyone, I just knew them
Yeah.
through social media. I started meeting with people and kind of just going, like, I like to say, full send it. And
Okay.
I started to full send it. And then several months later, ended up signing with Capital Christian, uh, which is a record label.
Okay.
And then started co-writing. And yeah, if it weren't for my family for being so supportive, my older brother speaking that truth into me, and also the prayer that I think everyone can pray of just God. I'm ready. What do you have in store for me?" is when he started opening doors. And so, yeah, I've kind of ever since then, I pray that prayer just, "Okay, I'm ready to full send it."
Let's
And
go.
he's been he's really been, opening doors that I could never do on my own. Never. So, yeah, that's kind of my story. And I love I love pop,
Yeah.
love harmonies, I love relatable music, but then tie it in with faith because that's really what it's all about.
hmm hmm Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that story.
Yeah. No, thank
Um,
you.
yeah, I love how like a part of your story is your brother or someone you respect and
Yeah.
love calling out something in you. I feel like even just that message in general for I think we can learn something from both sides. We can be the person that calls something we see out of someone else, and then we can also be the person that someone sees something in us and says, "Hey, you should pursue this. You're good at this. God's given you a gift in this."
Wow.
And then full send it, and then, I mean, maybe keep
Yeah.
keep asking questions, try it out, get the mic in front of in front of your
Yeah,
face.
full send it.
But that
Totally.
I feel like that is a very relevant just point in your story, and then I feel like
Yeah.
that has the opportunity to be a marker in other people's stories as well. Like, hey, who in your life do you need to call? Who in your life do you need to text and say, hey, by the way, I've seen this in you. I just haven't called it out, and I feel like I should. Um,
Yeah.
and when you do it, it feels good. Like it feels
Mm.
good to focus on the good in others and call it out, and then I feel like it's a win-win. So,
It
uh,
it totally is. It totally is. That's a great point.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and I love the like the pastor just putting a mic in front of your face. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, it's time.
It's
Like
time. No, for
that,
real. For real.
that was awesome. It's just like that leap of faith, and sometimes there's a nudge in there. Sometimes
Mm.
someone's got to put something in front of you to
Yeah.
take it
Don't
and go.
stay comfortable,
Yeah. Yeah,
you
exactly. I
know?
bet that like when you described that, I felt like I could feel that like feel that moment that you had
Totally.
with the mic in front of your face. There's been moments that um I've had and probably many people have had where man, that mic is in front of your face and you got to decide, are you going to sing or are you going to say, "Hey, this isn't something I
Right.
do." Um so it's awesome that you went for
Wow.
it.
Thank
Uh
you.
yeah, that's awesome.
Mm.
So you mentioned you're 23, so this music journey of yours is just, I mean, it's been what, 5, 6 years, right?
I don't even know how long. I can't really do math that well, but yeah, that sounds about right. I think it's actually coming up. Let's see. Coming up to, well, ever since I started like singing all the time, 10 years.
Wow.
But
Okay.
professionally,
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
like a year and a half.
Really? Okay. Huh.
Yes.
Okay. So kind of
Yes.
like, started singing 10 years ago, professional career
Yes.
a year and a half. So, uh, man, so you had this experience, professionally just kicked off. So I wanted to ask you, um, up to this point, what do you feel like the greatest lesson you've learned is, or something that you've taken away?
Oh, wow. I would say the biggest thing is, and this goes with if you're with the record label, if you're not with the record label, this goes just in life that everyone has an opinion and everyone has, um, this is the best way to do something. And I don't know about you, but a lot of times I I want to please everyone and I want to make sure everyone feels like, okay, we're all good. But realizing at the end of the day, God has put a very specific, very unique purpose Um, for you and for me, it's gonna look different. And you're the only one who knows deep down this this is what, this is who I am. And a lot of times it's easy to start falling into the trap of, ooh, I need to please these people, or I need to write this certain song so that, everyone feels like on the team, like, okay, we're good, we're set. So I've learned to stand true, like true. I know it sounds so simple, but stay true and secure in who I am. Because there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of opinions, and staying true and kind of keeping your eyes on Jesus is truly the only way that we'll stay firm in our identity. And so that's the biggest thing. And another thing is, at the same time, someone told me once, don't hold your art too close. Like,
Okay.
let people, if you wrote a song and you're co-writing with someone, if they say, ooh, I like that line, Claire, but what about this one? It'd be easy to be like, well, no, that's my line. I liked that one, and
Yeah.
now I feel hurt. But there's something about collaborating with people and being able to take criticism, and
Hmm.
something also a sign of a good leader is one that listens. And
Yeah.
so taking time to listen and, at the same time, being secure in yourself
Uh-huh.
and confident of this is who I'm called to be, but also at the same time, don't be too confident where you're not willing to listen. And so that goes with music, that goes just in life, like that's something I'm still learning, to be honest. But that's something
Yeah.
that changed my perspective.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I really like that. I think you definitely hit the nail on the head. Um and there's definitely been a lot of moments. I feel like I'm more of a someone who likes to make sure everyone feels good. And there is a distinct balance that you need to have between like confidence in yourself and knowing who you are in Christ, but also the willingness to say, hey, you know what? That's probably a better way to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so that's a great lesson to learn, and one that I mean, if people get early in life, I feel like can serve them in wherever they
Yeah.
go, wherever they go.
Completely. And it's
Yeah,
something it's something we'll all forever learn, you know?
exactly. Yeah, it's not just like I got it.
Yeah. Well, because it's innate in us, just as human beings, to be like, it's
Right.
easy to hold things close and want it to be your way, but it's something to learn, But okay, let's be patient, let's listen, and yeah, there's something beautiful and surprisingly very peaceful about it.
Mm. So true. So true. Yeah. Um, I love it. That's a great lesson right there. The next uh, topic I wanted to talk on is more of like emotion and truth in your songs. I've loved listening to them. As I mentioned in the intro, there's some that you can lift your hands to, and then others that you can just kind of like dance around with. And honestly, most of them you can do that. I
I
feel
love
like,
it.
but when it comes to the message you're hoping that people receive, the truth that people receive, if anyone could receive just one thing, one emotion or one truth from your music,
Mm,
what would you want that to be? And then also I might add in there, is there a song you feel like does that very well?
wow. Hmm. I feel like the word that comes to mind, there's three words.
Okay.
Sorry, three words. Um,
Unacceptable. I'm just kidding.
is joy,
Okay.
hope, and identity. Say
Hmm.
those are the three things that I would, if someone were to listen to a song, that they would feel like an overwhelming sense of, oh my goodness, there's hope. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
and then also just this feeling of, man, I feel this joy, I want to dance, I want to sing, I feel light. And then identity, I think that's something that has been so heavy in my life personally, of just trying to like, I've been lost figuring out, who am I, what is my purpose on earth,
Hmm,
and is my purpose like, is it meaningful, is it unique, am I special at all?
hmm,
And that's something that I really feel strongly about, that everyone that listens feels a sense of, wow, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, and I'm unique, I'm different, and um there's hope. And so that's the biggest thing. I'd say the song that comes to mind,
hmm,
um that I feel like encaptures that, would either be Scared
hmm.
or Thank God I'm Not Alone.
Okay. Okay.
And Scared is all about, like, literally the chorus. When I think about the future, I get in my head, get a little worried about what comes next, but you're not scared, so I'm not scared. And that's like the story of my life. And I think a story of all of our lives. It's like, I think about, like, recently I was on an airplane and there's turbulence. And whenever you're like, let's say you're sitting by your dad or your mom, and there's turbulence, and you immediately naturally look over at your dad and say, is he freaking out? Because if he's freaking out, it's time for me to freak out. But
Right, right.
if he's calm, then I'm like, okay, well, my dad's not scared. So,
Mm,
okay, I think I should be good. I feel like that's how life is, where we're always looking, God, are you scared? Like, is this supposed to happen? And you realize, oh my goodness, he's not scared. Like,
yeah.
why should we worry? And so I would say Scared, or Thank God I'm Not Alone.
Hmm, hmm. That's awesome. So you said the three words, joy and then hope and identity.
Yep.
Those are the
Yep.
three. And then scared and thank God I'm not alone. Which if you are tuning in, go listen to those songs. Go listen to those songs, especially if you're in the car and you
Yes.
got the windows rolled down, turn on scared, all right?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh
that
yeah.
one's competing for my favorite song of yours, I'd
I
say.
love it.
Uh, it's an awesome one. But man, that is I have not heard it kind of explained like that.
Mm.
When something goes wrong, you normally look to um your
A
dad or
safe
a
place.
parent.
Yeah.
Exactly. And um it's cool when you're able to think about that your heavenly father in that same way. So that's awesome.
Totally.
I love it.
Totally.
I love it. Man, well, thanks for giving us that tidbit there.
Yeah.
Uh, the next thing I want to get into, talking about favorite songs of yours. I love the song "Now What." Uh, that one,
Yeah.
that one. I feel like um, I don't know when I heard that one, it was just like my shoulders started going like up like this, and I was like, what is going on? Like, uh,
Yeah,
um,
it reminds me of Rio, when the little bird, the blue bird, when his
yes,
feathers start dancing, and he's like, what in the world's happening? And he starts
I love that
dancing.
scene. I
That's
love it.
you. That's Christian.
Let's go. Let's go. Just the guy I wanted to emulate.
Yeah.
Uh, man, but
You
that
gotta like put
song,
an edit. You gotta put an edit or something of that little bird. You gotta find
mm,
it.
yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea. Um, or I need to watch that movie again, and
Yep.
then I need to dance along with him, and then
Yes.
practice the move, and then next time I'm at like a school dance or something like that,
I like this is where this is going. Yep.
jump into the mosh pit and do that dance from Rio and see how people react.
I think they would love it. I think
Think
it
so?
would be it would shake the room, the roof would just blow right off.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
I know
Either
that from
that,
experience. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea.
you've done it. You know that now. It's like either that's gonna happen or people are just gonna laugh at me and create a new
Or
mosh
it
pit
might
somewhere
end up
else.
just being you in there. But hey,
Hey,
dance like no one's watching. Am I right?
amen. My identity's not in their opinions. Come on.
No.
Um, no, that's awesome. So now what? I'm curious to hear. two things, the inspiration behind that song, and then also if you could speak into the meaning, because there is I mean, I could probably say the lyrics, um, but it's talking about this idea of man, especially, I mean, I've seen it in high school and college. People
Yeah.
are trying to be someone they're
Yeah.
not.
Yes.
They're trying to fit into a specific mold, and it leaves you asking the question, now what? Like I I think some of your lyrics, if I can, like normally I have to get the rhythm,
This
but
is the
it's like,
test. No, I'm
all right,
kidding. Playing
it's
with
like
you.
didn't erase the pain. Now what?
Yeah.
All the real got fake. Now
Now
what?
what?
All the hype got lame. Now what? Now
Yeah.
what? Now what do I do with the emptiness? I've been doing everything that Simon says. Love that line. But it didn't bring me happiness. Now what?
Dang.
Now what? Now what? What? Oh, what? Oh.
That's amazing.
It's a good
No, I
song.
love it.
So if you could speak into that one, I'd love to hear that.
Totally. Totally. Well, I love that that one you resonate with it because like you said, I think all of us do, you
Mhm,
know, to an
mhm.
extent of it's so easy to naturally search the world for fulfillment. And I mean, shoot, I've done it myself. I still do to this day where I'll find myself, you know, like seeking affirmation from others or seeking for a pat on the back or some sort of fulfillment. And
Yeah.
like you said, it always will result in asking like, okay, well, that was great temporarily, but now what? And so that song honestly is all about the realization that our true fulfillment is found in Jesus. And he's the only thing that can fill that space. And he's where our joy and hope and fulfillment comes from. And so to be honest though, I wrote that song with my friends Austin Davis and Blessing Offer.
Okay.
And Blessing, we were all sitting there in the studio together and we were talking. It was the first time that we all wrote together. Like we're the first time we were all in the room together. And so we
Okay.
just kind of started talking about our lives and started talking about how we've all kind of experienced that, you know,
Mm.
to some extent. And then Blessing, he was like, I mean, if you'll have to look him up if you don't know
Okay.
him. He's just an absolute freak musician. He was like, "Hold on, I have an idea. I'm gonna go to the piano. I'm gonna play it." And he started playing "Now What," and he started doing the bum 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 ba bum da da bum bum ba da da bum ba
Hmm.
da da ba bum bum da 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 da, and we're all like, "What in the world? Like, we gotta write that." And so
Yeah.
we wrote that song in a few hours, and then that afternoon recorded vocals for it.
That is crazy. I man, um, when it comes to like mu music artists and how they do their thing, um, I I recently watched a podcast interview. I think it was the George Janko show, and he was interviewing Forrest Frank,
Yep.
and um, Forrest was just like, yeah, man, this the songs just like come to me. Like he was like, I was just in my car, and then randomly I'm just like singing Your Way's Better. He's like, oh Lord, I
Yeah.
need you now more than ever. And it's like how
It's God
like
given.
God's obviously
It's God
I
given.
know
It's
it's amazing.
crazy. And the
Yeah.
same thing goes whenever I think of doctors, when I think of like all sorts of careers, it's always like, what in the world? It's just like innate in us. It's God given.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also think it's cool when you like when that's your focus, like you as a music artist, when you say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. God's given me this ability and skill, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
pursue this. Your mind is now focused on that. Like
Yeah.
constantly throughout the day, like you may be getting inspiration for a song just by walking around or being in your
Totally.
car, because you know that like, hey, this is what I'm putting out into the world. So let me continue to develop and create as I live life. Like you're constantly finding inspiration around you because you know your music is your
Yes.
focus and what you're committed to. Um, so I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
good.
awesome. It's cool to hear that he just like hopped on the piano and started
Yeah.
just going for it. So I love it.
Wild.
This question's more of a kind of like a general question that really can apply to anyone. It's about worship.
Yeah.
And I know you're big on worship, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wanted to run by this question to you. I know like worship can be shown in many different ways.
Right.
It can be like if we're showing a reverence and a focus
Yes.
on God, then it's a way of
Totally.
worshiping. So it's like you can do it in conversation, you can do it at work, you can do it even in rest
Yes.
as well. Um, so, but I feel like the most obvious way that we worship, that
Mm.
we show a reverence for God and a focus with
Mhm.
Him, on Him, is through music. And
Wow,
uh,
yeah.
so I wanted to ask you the question, see kind of your perspective on this. Why do you feel like um, worship from music standpoint, specifically, is such a powerful and effective way
Hmm.
to connect and know God, I'd say.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's great. To be honest with you, I don't have a like profound answer. I really think it
Yeah.
boils down to like when I think of worship, and like you said it in a great way, Christian, that worship can be, through anything really. I think what it boils down to is it's us fixing our eyes on Jesus and having this just overwhelming sense of gratitude. I think it's like our way of taking time to reflect on God's goodness. And I think, I mean, God, it's as simple as this. Like, God gave us our vocal cords.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I know that I need to be honest, I need to read more about it. Um, but there's music throughout the Bible.
Yeah.
And he gave us that passion for music. I mean, it's in us. And
Mhm.
so I think it's innate in us. I think music is just it's a beautiful, special way to focus our eyes on God, and it's just a moment to give him gratitude. And so I mean, with worship, it's yeah, I think I show it mostly obviously through music.
Mhm.
Um, but it's just it's an action of fixing our eyes on God and saying, "Man, I'm so thankful for these things." And
Yeah.
so I see even through my music, even though it's um not all of it's really overt, God knows my heart, he knows your heart and knows the intentions behind everything that we do. And so um yeah, I think worship is just something that it's hard to even explain. It's just it's peaceful. It's a way for us to show Jesus that we love him and that we worship him. Yeah, I mean that's really where I feel God the closest.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that answer. It's like I think you touched on a lot of good points there. I think especially in music, as you said, it's it gives that opportunity to have your full attention on
Yeah,
God when it comes to this gratitude, and it makes you ponder, it makes you think. It takes the lens off of yourself. Like I've seen the example of kind of the selfie view, like you're
yeah,
looking at yourself in the selfie, but in the phone, but then you turn it around and now you can see out. every year.
Wow.
And I think worship definitely does that in the way
That's
that
great.
um like it fixes your eyes on God. It takes you out
Yes.
of
That's
the
amazing.
picture. Yeah, so
Totally.
I love that.
Totally.
hmm Um, so yeah, it's I mean, I'd encourage anybody listening to like make that a daily routine um in just your week, your
Yeah.
month, your year, your life. Um like during camp, we were down at Deer Creek Camp, actually near San Antonio, um,
Nice.
in Medina, Texas, and worship was something we did every day. And these kids, I could see just it looked like they connected with God the most through
Yeah.
those moments. So it's something that doesn't have to be within a congregation. You can
Mm.
turn on a song and do it right there in your room. So um,
And to be honest too, Christian, like a lot of times I don't even really know what to say or yeah, I don't know what to say when let's say I'm praying to God or when I'm thinking about him or
yeah.
worshiping. I've learned like the first way to start is just looking around and just saying out loud, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for this opportunity for Christian and I to talk. And thank you for the sunshine shining through the blinds. Like just showing this sense of gratitude. And that is, that also brings so much peace. Is just when you don't have anything to say, just start listing off what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? And it really puts everything in perspective, you know?
hmm It does. It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. The last question that I would run by you is when it comes to advice for aspiring music artists,
Yeah.
maybe guys, girls who um, are just trying to get uh, their platform started or music, like whether that be writing or producing. I have a lot of
Mm.
friends also in college who are music majors and who are trying to develop their music and get it out there. Um, do you have any advice for them?
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
and whether that be like practical advice
Yeah.
or just kind of overall. Yeah.
Overall, totally. Well, I have two things I would say, and it's a great question. It's something that I also have to remind myself. Um, Number one, there is something truly connecting when we're vulnerable and just honest. And I feel like nowadays more than ever, I don't know about you, but I can sniff out fake from a mile away, whatever that is. I
Okay.
think when we're honest and real and authentic to ourselves, um, that is connecting and people that'll draw people in because when you're truly yourself and you're honest and you know just being real, I even naturally will draw near to that because I'm like, me too, I feel that, or man, that person knows what I feel. And so
Yeah.
I'd say with like songwriting or if you're at work, if you're in school, your family, whatever it is, being vulnerable and real, that will draw that's connecting to people. It's like magnetic, I like to say. Practically, people always told me this and I didn't believe it until I started actually tangibly seeing it, but being consistent.
Hmm.
Being
Yeah.
being consistent, and I mean that practically, but I also mean that like how do I say this? Even just as a human, like integrity. There's two ways you can take that. Be consistent. Yeah, be consistent on social media. Be consistent, like with what your ministry is, what the targeted audience that you're going for, but then also integrity. Like whatever you're singing about, it better be what you're living off stage. And
Right.
so it's like on or off. If you're worship leading, if you're in front of a class, if you're teaching, if you're performing, whatever it is,
Right.
um, be a person of integrity. And that's something that, again, I have to learn every day. But yeah, those would be my things: consistency, integrity, and then being vulnerable and real. And that will connect people and go really far.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Those are two great things right there.
Mhm.
And uh very practical as well on the consistency side. And
Totally.
that's definitely makes a difference when you're able to be consistent, not just in like the practices that you do, but also in
Yeah.
who you are. And um, I feel that, which I like the way you explain it. Like you can sniff out fake.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way to say that. And I think I do, like you mentioned, gravitate towards the people who aren't, you know, aren't
Yes.
aren't fake.
Yeah.
There's a genuine spirit about them. They're
Totally.
excited when you're excited. They're down when you're down,
That's great.
Um, so those are
Hmm.
awesome. Would you say any like advice when connecting with like other music artists? Like was there
Yeah.
something that you did that you're like, huh, I'm glad I did that when
Oh
I
man.
seeked out someone else to connect with?
Well, that's great. Uh, I mean, the biggest thing is don't be afraid to ask someone to grab coffee and
Okay.
talk. Um, and with no strings attached, just saying, "Hey, I love what you're doing. Um, I would love to just kind of hear your thoughts, hear your advice, your wisdom, and soak it up like a sponge. Would you be down?" And the worst thing they could say is either not respond or they say, "Are you kidding me? Why would you ask me that?" And I mean, pretty much 98% of the time, people, they love to talk about themselves. They love to talk about what they're passionate about. And so if it's someone that you, I don't know, look up to or you want to learn from, the biggest thing is connect. Like go out and meet people, um, connect with them. And
Yeah.
that's I feel like that's the biggest thing is that, and then just be bold. Go out and just full send it and just watch.
Yeah.
Is God will take it and run with it. He always does.
Let's go. Full circle with the full send it.
Yes,
Come on.
seriously.
Um, the okay, this just came to my mind. You up for one more like
Yeah, let's do
small
it.
question? All right. So the first time I saw you in concert was opening up for Josiah Queen, um, and that was a blast.
Thank you.
I didn't even know who Josiah Queen was before a few of my friends were like, "Hey, we're going to a concert. Can you come with us?" I was like, "That sounds
Sure,
good."
why not?
Um, so you opened for him. I was like, "Oh, okay. I like this. I like this song. I like this vibe." And then you're getting the crowd involved. I was like, "Okay, this is cool." Um, when it comes to that last question I asked, um, how did like can you tell us the story of how you ended up being able to open
Oh my
for him?
goodness.
And then I know you just opened for Forrest Frank as well, which
Yeah.
is such an awesome opportunity. Um,
Wild. Oh,
can you fill us in on that
man.
story as well?
Totally.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's nothing insane or crazy. It
Yeah.
was we had mutuals. Again, it's that I love to call it like kingdom connect the dots. You
Okay.
know, you going out and connecting with people, getting to know people.
Mhm.
Um, that's a way to put yourself out there. And so Josiah and I, um, we have the same management. And so
Really?
we were able to go for it. And yeah, I mean, you'll have to stay tuned because I might be going on tour again with Josiah. But
No
see,
way.
you don't know that. I don't know it.
I,
I don't even know what you're
yeah.
talking about. Um,
What did you say?
yeah, I think something glitched. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, And then with Forrest, that was also kind of a crazy God thing where they were looking for a local artist to open. And so Baylor University had I guess somehow heard about me, and they I guess reached out to Forrest, and then they reached out to me and my team and were like, are you interested? I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
let
let me
me
think
throw up
about
really
it.
fast. And then
Yeah.
yeah. So honestly, it's as simple as just kind of like I said, just getting to know people and um God doing what only he does, really.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so glad that um, you got all those cool opportunities, and I'm excited. I know I think I listened to one of your interviews by 96.5,
Yeah.
and you mentioned that like one day, hopefully, I mean pretty soon is what I'm guessing, you're going to be able to be giving that I guess gift of someone opening for you,
Oh my
um,
goodness.
and
Yeah.
that's going to be a really big deal for them. Um,
Oh man.
and what a cool thing to be able to like be blessed by someone and like have this awesome moment, but then also be able to return to someone
Totally.
else and encourage them. So
Wow.
um, that's awesome, and I'm excited for the not the not.
I don't
Uh,
know.
never
I
mind.
don't know. Excited
Yeah,
for what's next.
right, right. Yeah. Excited for what's next. What's on the horizon?
Yes.
Uh, man, well, last thing before we go, can you tell us and the listeners where we can find you, your music, get connected with you, and then
Yeah.
possibly just stay up to date with anything coming up?
Totally. Totally. Well, just want to say once again, Christian, thank you so much for having me on and
Yeah.
just yeah, getting to talk and hang and honored. So seriously, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You can it's easy. Claire Leslie sings. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. But
It
it's
is.
just on all social media, Claire Leslie sings. You can follow and kind of stay up to date. I feel like I'm always writing music and kind of in the process of putting more music out. So for the future, you can uh find my music under Claire Leslie, and we'll continue to be putting out new music and then also going and doing more live shows. So you can kind of stay up to date. Um, and on claireleslie.com, you can see all the cities I'm coming to, and who knows, maybe I'll be coming to a city near you. And I always love my favorite part is meeting and hanging with people after shows. And so, yeah, for listeners listening, always feel free to come after a show and um hang. I would love to meet you. So that's really
Let's
it.
go.
Thank you so much, Christian.
Boom. Yes. Well, thanks again, Claire, and thank you guys for tuning in to the Christian Henderson Show. If you guys enjoyed the conversation as much as I did, make sure to share this episode with people you value and appreciate, and then also go listen and share Claire's songs with people you just think are awesome, giving awesome music to awesome people. Let's go. Make sure to ask yourself this question: what is the next best thing you can do now? Go pursue your calling with authenticity, knowing that God is in the driver's seat. Let's go!